up against the Bears. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They go play action here on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
To the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Packers get set to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Rodgers now on first down. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. Draw play, Rodgers to Montgomery. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. Montgomery, and he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. To return, this is Eddie Jackson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Running with Howard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Howard. Room here to run. And now running right through it. Through it, opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The front office all smiles when the ink went dry on this new contract.
Not only them, how about the coaching staff? Because oftentimes the front office, the coaching staff may have different opinions about the value of a player. I think everyone was in sync on this one. He's a guy that they needed to keep.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll give a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 14-3, that's our score, and we're back to Soldier Field. after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
They run with Howard. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he's got some space here. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 94 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So he took that one at the 6, returned it all the way to the end zone. An electric return it was, 94 yards to the house. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jordan Howard and the Bears offense making their way back out there. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the lead is up to 18 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he is knocked down from the side. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On second down, here's Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got Will Tye complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Cook has it, left side. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll go down at the 28. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On first down, Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him And, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So it'll be first down here after the run. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And Miller with it over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we come upon halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And Jones has it over the middle. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spot.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So they're going to go for 2. Now it's Trubisky, and it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2nd and just 1. Now Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Randall Cobb can truly do it all. He can hurt you in the return game.
And we've seen that.
Yeah, without a doubt. We know that he hurt you as a receiver, but they can use him in so many different roles, similar to what he did growing up in Alcoa, Tennessee.
But then he went to Kentucky.
He went to Kentucky because the Tennessee Volunteers told him that he wouldn't be a quarterback, and he wanted to play that as well in college, and he did at Kentucky. Quarterback, slot back, return guy, running back. He did everything.
Mr. Versatility. Rodgers now on first down. going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Rodgers to throw once more. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down following the run. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
False start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking from the gun. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Will tie his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Trubisky. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful. Got to
be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down right around the 31. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard, 52 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the D gets the sack on 1st, and now it brings up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
319!
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And I think the ball's out. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it's the Jets who are leading in that one. Phillip Rivers, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here we go now. 3-19. Gun.
And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 48 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And with that scamper into the end zone, it breaks the single-game record for rushing touchdowns.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Every variety of run we wanted to see, we got to see. And a brand new record has been established today.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. On first down, Rodgers. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And the Browns, they've surged back to take the lead there. Teddy Bridgewater leading the way offensively. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Chargers to try again after the pick six. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.